Hello, Happy New Year, everybody. How is everyone doing? Okay, this is Pauline here. Nice. Thank you for dropping by. So, what am I doing this? I'm doing a final video to round up my 2025 sharing. Okay, and let me just share screen first, just so you know. So in this video, we're gonna have a simplified forecast for the 10-day masters, as well as some simple feng shui flying stars analysis to share with everybody. So if you're interested, do stick around. Okay, to be honest, I actually did an entire series in 2024 for the 10-day masters, as well as the 9 life guas, but only 5 people watched. So I guess no, I'm not upset. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I guess that the market wasn't right for it. Maybe the information isn't what everyone is looking for. So chill. Okay. Okay. Peace. Now, before I start for real, something I want to share. Okay. What I want you guys to know is that 2025 is the start of the ascension of fire energy, as you can see from this graph here. So it peaks in the year of 2026 and 2027, which is the Crimson Horse and Red Goat Calamity. I know the name sounds scary. Who the hell came up with these names? Okay, so this strong fire energy means many different things. Okay, first of all, what I want you to know is that fire is transformative by nature. So, therefore, with strong fire often comes tumultuous upheaval and rapid change. So, you already see this going on in the world political stage, right? Overnight, governments topple, leaders change, and all this kind of stuff. Now, you and me, we're the little people, okay? We may not be able to control these rapid changes. So, therefore, our job over the next few years is to stay centered and just focus on what we need to do. Focus on the things that we can control. Otherwise, we spend up nights sitting up, doom scrolling, worrying over nothing. Okay. So, next, on the economic front, when fire is strong, metal is weak. Metal represents justice and fairness. Therefore, a weak metal represents a lack of justice and fairness. So, on social media, you can already see an erosion of trust in the traditional systems. There is increasing online discourse about how late stage capitalism and consumerism has failed society as a whole. Okay, but the recent Luigi Mangione case in the U.S. and the public, literally the public's response to his actions and to his actions and to his arrest actually was very telling of the type of um, feeling that everyone is having. I'm not saying. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I support or condone his actions, or neither do I condemn it. Okay, it's really I'm a Malaysian, not an American, so I don't have an opinion either way. But I do agree with him or with the public in one thing. Businesses should have a responsibility to society first and to their stockholders second. And I particularly agree that businesses should stop exploiting their workers. But again, that's still things we can't do. Let's move on to things that we can do. Okay. Last but not least, you could say that this ascension of fire ushers in an ascension of human consciousness. It would be nice if we could all just wake up in 2025 or 2026 all magically enlightened. Ding! Right? But unfortunately, that's not how it works. So, strong fire equals impatience. When fire is strong, water is evaporated. Water represents wisdom. So, the first impact of this ascension of fire is always emotional by nature, and this will affect all our charts. Over the next few years, all our emotional equilibrium has gone a little bit off kilter. So suddenly you'll find snowflakes everywhere, easily triggered. Okay. So it's everyone's job to learn how to stay centered and so that we don't get caught up in the turmoil and the emotional trap. How to do that? Very simply, it begins and ends with self love. Many of us don't know how to love ourselves because from young, we've all been taught that love is something we need to earn, something that other people gives to us. Learning to love ourselves is really not easy, easier said than done, because it also may involve deconstructing our social and gender conditioning, which admittedly can be quite a painful process. But in going through this process of deconstruction, our first human reaction is always to search externally for answers or guidance. Hence, you will tend to see the rise of more spiritual gurus, cults, religious practices, all external manifestations of spirituality. Chasing for spirituality outside is ego. Look how enlightened I am. Look at how holy I am. Okay, for sure. Okay, true spirituality is internal. It happens quietly. In those quiet moments of life, when we finally decide to stop searching for love and validation outside, but just to simply love ourselves. Okay, so that's my piece. That's what I've been wanting to tell everyone. Okay, so having said that, let's move on to why I'm creating this video in the first place, the 10-day masters and the feng shui recap. So let's start with the Gui Water Day Master forecast for 2025. Why Gui Water? You might ask, because. Okay, so Gui Water, buckle up because 2025 serving you, eating God, producing direct wealth. Okay, so very nice. So this is the year to unleash your creativity like a kid with unlimited crayons and no parental supervision. You got that project you've been dreaming about, that business idea you've been flirting with. Time to stop dreaming, make it happen. Or hey, maybe it's just time to learn to have fun again. Okay, remember that thing we used to do before life got so serious? Yeah, dust off your imagination, shake hands with your inner child, get to know that kid again, and let's play. Okay, so here's the deal for Clearwater. Innovation and ideation will be your golden tickets for 2025. Whether it's building up a new product, crafting a kick ass strategy that would make Sun Tzu proud, or just something that lights you up, this is your moment to shine. Oh, and while you're at it, keep your radar tuned, okay? There's a shiny new interest emerging in the market. You may have the opportunity to align it with your brand and elevate your value to the market at the same time. Okay, so now having reached this point, I just want to add that a lot more of this information it has been shared with in our annual Hack My 2025 workshop. This is a simplified version because I think it's important for everyone to know. Okay, so Jia Wood Day Master, let's move on to your Rob Wealthier. Rob Well sitting pretty on eating God sounds dramatic. Okay, don't freak out. Nobody is coming to rob you blind, okay? Maybe you feel the urge to spend a bit more than usual, but hey, life's short. Enjoying yourself is totally allowed, okay? So let's talk about the Rob Wealth and the bad rap that he has, okay? So Rob Wealth means competition. So in the perspective from of the Jia Wood Day Master, 2025 might feel like your competitors have multiplied faster than rabbits at a family reunion. So they're worse. They're out there, all of them using the same strategy, the same tactics, and the same platforms. So everyone's in the same game. So what's the play? Leadership and differentiation. You gotta stand out. Okay. So you gotta be the tree in the storm. And for the love of all things green and leafy, do not get sucked into a price war, please. Okay, nobody wins those. Now, for the good stuff. Rob wealth isn't all bad, you know. It also means fans and followers. And let's be real, who's gonna say no to more fans? And having said that, guys, I could do with a couple more subscribers. Help me out, eh? Okay. But wait, while you're thinking, hey, wait, I'm not an influencer like you, excuse me. Okay, what do I need followers for? Well, fans can mean staff, allies, or supporters, people who believe in your vision and want to help you build it. Okay, and here's where it gets juicy. Okay, rob wealth can also mean potential for partnerships, joint ventures, or equity opportunities. Imagine suddenly in 2025, Jia Wood, instead of watching reruns of Shark Tank, is literally in Shark Tank, something like that lah. Okay, so career folks, listen up. Here's the tea. Your skill set, because of the Rockwell, your skill set might not feel so unique anymore. Suddenly, everyone's doing what you can do, so it means it's time to level up. Upskilling isn't just a buzzword, it's your golden ticket to staying ahead of the game, and will double that if you also have the horse in your chart. Okay, next is Yi Wood, of course. Okay, 2025 bringing Yi Wood Day Masters a friend year sitting on hurting officer. That's some spicy energy. Okay, we're gonna break this down. This combo great for personal breakthroughs, especially in the arena of self-expression. When you level up your inner self, inevitably, your business, your career, your relationships, everything will become better. Okay, so here's the thing. Yi Wood will tend to have a people-pleasing streak. So, and in a year where friend produces hurting officer, there is a stronger tendency to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. So don't do that. Seriously. We need you alive and thriving, not burned out. Okay. So for business owners, this year would this type of energy, I should say, this type of energy is highly supportive of building deeper connections with your customers. So think loyalty programs, personalized products or services, and yes, even using AI to give the extra wow factor. Okay. For career professionals, networking is the key. Friends that always means networking. Find your tribe, the people who get you, who are in this case, this is slightly different from the Jia Wood. Okay. This one is your peers, people who are at the same level with you. They understand what you're going through. They get what you are trying to achieve. They share your mission, and they are willing to grow alongside with you. So this isn't just about collecting LinkedIn connections like Pokemon cards, okay? It's about building real relationships across different industries that can help you open doors and create opportunities. Okay, next, Bing Fire. Playing Fire Day Masters, welcome to your cozy direct resource here. Okay, it'll feel like a warm hug from the universe. Okay, but don't get too excited. Okay, don't get too complacent too. We've got work to do. So this year is a direct resource on friend. Okay, is perfect for gaining new knowledge, not just skimming through Wikipedia. Direct resource producing friend, producing me, is about mastering complex topics, right? And again, if you have the horse in your chart because of all the intelligence stars, this goes a double for you as well. So the caution, when direct resource produces the friend star, it's like wearing a magical comfort blanket. You feel all safe and secure, which is nice, but also makes you not hungry. Okay, so you know that I'll do it tomorrow vibe. Okay, yeah, we don't want that. So we want you staying sharp, stay hustling, and don't get that cozy feeling lull you into taking things for granted. Okay, so if you're a business or if you're a business owner or entrepreneur, 2025 is the energy of 2025 is very supportive of education marketing. Teach your audience and they'll see you as the go-to authority. For example, Canva or HubSpot and even Duolingo. Okay. They really nailed it by showing people how to succeed with their tools. And you can think of creative ways to do the same as well. This will be a great year for you. And here's another trend to watch for the business owners: wellness, whether it's financial wellness, personal wellness, spiritual wellness, any wellness. Okay, pick your flavor, figure out your product or service. How can you fit your product or service into this wellness movement? Infuse that vibe into your marketing. And finally, for career professionals, direct resource producing friend is highly supportive of getting certified. And I don't mean getting certifiably crazy, okay? So things are certifications, licenses, maybe even the MBAs or the PhDs, whatever it takes to create that career breakthrough. Okay, so you've got the direct resource is always good for accumulating information, upskill. Okay, so whatever you need to in order to expand your career, this is the time to get it. Okay, next, indirect resource for year is for the Think Fire Day Master. Okay, and indirect resource year is serving you a buffet of opportunities. This would be a great year to become a more well-rounded person. Well-rounded, not rounded, okay? I don't mean physically, okay? So indirect resource is about complementary skill sets or knowledge. Okay, so you could consider using this to pick up some complementary skills so that supports your main skill set. Okay. Alternatively, indirect resource also talks about spirituality. So this could be the year that maybe you may be interested to lean into your spiritual practices and becoming more of again that dreaded word, well-rounded individual spiritually. So the caution is think fire, day masters love their resource. Like it's never enough. Okay, but here's the danger when you have so much to choose from, like a literal buffet of resource to choose from. The danger is shiny object syndrome. Okay, so you suddenly feel like, "Oh, I want to learn everything, do everything, be everything," and you're juggling a million things, and then suddenly all that million things falls down, and then you're burnt out. Okay, so for business owners, 2025 is handling you a chance to reinvent your business with new technology. So here's the deal. AI is the big game changer this year, right? So you can use it to make your team more efficient, position your business as cutting edge. All right. I eat whichever way that works best for you. But here's the kicker: this emergence of this technology is either going to level the playing field or widen the gap between the big fish and the small fish. Your mission: use these tools to catch up, stand out, and of course, if possible, even the odds. For career professionals, for sure, this is about complementary skills. What do you need to boost your career? What's that thing that will make people go, wow, think fire is for real? Okay. So some suggestion would be invest in leadership training, invest in communications training. So this type of stuff that is soft skills, pick up some soft skills in 2025. Okay. And next is the Earth. Okay, 2025 rolling in with direct officer. We've had enough of seven killings, right? Okay, so direct officer on the surface, you know what that means: promotion, better reputation, and maybe a little bit of a boost to your social standing. Sounds pretty great. Okay, so what's really going on? Okay, let me explain. Direct officer sitting on indirect resource. Direct officer is about rules, norms, and standards, basically like the backbone of society. Okay, pair that with indirect resource, which represents culture, unspoken rules, and traditions. So when direct officer produces indirect resource, it's like taking those rules and turning them into a culture in your organization or family. So, in short, 2025 is your chance to shape the culture around you. So, in terms of opportunities, get ready for some big wins, like, maybe contributing to smoother group dynamics, fostering a sense of belonging, all that DEI stuff. Okay. So, can you also use it to create a toxic culture? Well, that's up to you, but not recommended lah. Okay, so and what's the risk of this energy? Be careful not to overcommit. That's the catch. Okay, because you're trying to do too much. You are people pleasing. and you take on too many responsibilities to the point that you are unable to deliver. Okay. So for business owners, what I would ask you to keep an eye out for is any changing rules or boundaries that could affect your business. So these shifts can either open doors or they may require you to take a detour. Okay, so stay alert. Also, you could also consider making standards and patterns the hero of your marketing strategy this year. Okay, quality control, talk about how high quality your products or services are, things like that. For career professionals, here's your promotion playbook would be to definitely, if you can, shape the culture. If it's within whether it's within your team or the broader organization, basically it's time to step up as someone who contributes in a positive way to the culture of the organization. Okay, just remember, yeah, don't overload yourself to the point that you ruin your own reputation. Okay. So next is the G Earth. Welcome to your 7 killings year, aka the year of solutions. Okay, let's not call it a problematic year. This is about leveling up, and nothing says level up like tackling problems head on. So, in terms of the positive, 7 killings sitting on direct resource, it enhances critical thinking. I want you to know 7 killings, while it represents problem, can also mean power, and I'm talking enormous power and expansion. Okay, so when 7 killing sits on direct resource, apart from enhancing your critical thinking, it is also basically a no pain, no gain kind of situation. So you're in for a school of hard knocks. The lessons may be tough, but the rewards will be greater. Okay, so in terms of the negatives, then of course 7 killings here, there will be problems after problems after problems, which sounds exhausting. I know. But if you're a business owner, problems is your playground. Where got business, no problems one. Problems means opportunities, and 7 killings gives you the energy to crush them. This is a good thing. Okay, so for business owners and entrepreneurs, in a 7 killings year, the energy is highly supportive of selling the problem. Okay, you've got the 7 killings, which is talking about either problems or solutions. You have the resources to solve these problems, the network and the brand to resolve this issue. So we need to instead of leading with our product or service, you lead with the problem it solves. So you're not assuming that your audience knows what they need. You're showing them what's broken and why they need to fix it. So you could say, looking at this energy, this type of energy is also very good for market creation. Okay. So what's the difference between marketing and market creation? Okay, I'll give you a very simple example. I have 6 dogs. I think everybody knows. Okay, so needing dog food is a par for the course for me. Okay, so when I get onto the online shopping programs and I key in dog food, then there's this plethora of dog food. Then I choose which one I want because I already know I need dog food. Okay, but sometimes scrolling through TikTok, and because I obviously engage with a lot of dog videos, so I'm getting ads that is now rapidly convincing me that my dogs need probiotics. That's market creation. They convince me that I need something that I didn't know I need. Okay. So now, the final tip with regards to 7 killings energy for business owners, 7 killings can talk about risk linked to natural disasters. So make sure you have a backup plan in place, okay? Now, for career professionals, career growth in 2025 would likely come if you are able to leverage on your crisis management skills. Yes, 7 killings can also bring promotion luck, but you gotta fight for it. Okay. So in terms of getting moving ahead in your career, take on the big problems. Prove your worth by taking on the hard stuff. Double that if you happen to have the snake in your chart as well, because you're the Grand Duke. Okay. Next is the Geng Metal Day Master with direct wealth sitting on 7 killings. Let's talk about opportunities and challenges. So, first, the good news. Direct wealth typically screams profit. But before you start dreaming of yachts and private jets, okay, I'm going to tell you this. Direct wealth weakened by 7 killings. While potential for profit is there, it may not be so smooth sailing, okay? So two possible scenarios. Number one, scenario one, this is like taking current profits and pouring it into future development or future growth. Okay, so the real opportunity here lies in laying the groundwork, fixing your systems, preparing for a methodical scale up, essentially planting seeds for a big 7 killings harvest in 2026. Or scenario number two. Okay, this year might be about hedging your bets, taking profits or cash flow and channeling them into risk mitigation. Okay, maybe it's investments, maybe it's upgrading systems, maybe it's locking down certain contracts to reduce exposure to price fluctuations. Either way, it's about playing it smart and safe. Okay, so what are the challenges? This is what you need to watch out for: over expansion. Okay, as we'll not sugarcoat it. Direct wealth is cash flow, 7K is problem. So without a tight grip on finances, you could find that your cash flow is feeding into a black hole of chaos, and we don't want that. Okay, so for business owners, the big keyword for you is new needs. New needs are emerging in the market, which will bring up either opportunities or opportunities hidden under problems for you. Okay, so what you could consider doing, maybe upgrade your systems, fix the cracks in your business model to meet new needs, experiment and innovate with these new needs, right? Test, refine, adapt, listen to your customers, get their feedback. Maybe their needs have changed for real. Okay, conduct market research. This is where you can use the indirect resource star in the chart. So you can, when you combine all that, well, we're setting ourselves up for a sustainable and scalable future. Okay, so for career professionals, a direct wealth year is not a great year for lazy people. It's like, you, why I have to work so hard? Okay. Direct wealth sitting on 7 killing literally means hard work. Okay. So, sounds very fun. But for those of you who are ready to hustle, this is a year to seek out projects that can stretch your abilities, push your boundaries, and build your leadership credentials. Okay. Because in 2026, Geng Metal is heading into 7 killings year, and we want to build our credentials ahead of time. Okay. Next is my favorite for the year. Unfortunately, I'm not a Xin Metal Day Master. Okay, so I can only envy you guys quietly. So, Xin Metal Day Master, indirect wealth, sitting on direct officer. Indirect wealth is multiple income streams. Direct officer is system. So, isn't when they pair them together, isn't it an opportunity to create a system, a sustainable system that can sustain sorry, let me start again. A sustainable system that can bring you multiple incomes. Nice one. Nice. Okay. So what's the negative? Multitasking burnout. Okay, indirect wealth, because you spot a lot of opportunities, everything you also want to do. Okay, like you're like juggling 20 flaming swords while riding a unicycle. Okay, so you look cool, but all right, once you lose control of one, you crash. You crash hard. Okay, so of course, there are two possible routes in this formation. Number one, the hustle culture. For those of us, for those of you who think that sleeping is for wusses, then there is the hustle culture. 24/7 grind, minimum sleep, no sleep, rapid scaling, move fast, break things. This energy is supportive of that. But for those of us who enjoy sleeping, okay, this formation for the Sin Metal Day Master, this one, can also bring in opportunities for slow entrepreneurship, deliberate growth, sustainable expansion, a little bit like the anti hustle. It's about, sorry, It's about aligning your work with your personal values, building for the long term, and well, maybe even actually getting to have a life outside of work. That would be nice. Okay, so why the stock choice? Why the stock choice? Because for the Xin Metal Day Master, 2025's Yi Si or Wood Snake brings opportunities or problems from the emergence of new platforms. So these new platforms can either create more work for you or help you build a sustainable lifestyle with multiple income streams. So the bottom line for business owners is this. Okay, I keep stressing on this multiple systems. Okay, so this is the opportunity for the Sin Metal and the reason why I am jealous. Okay, so for career professionals, um, this is here's the pro tip for you. Whether or not you are in the profit generation side of the business, find a way to tie your contributions to profit. You don't need to jump into sales. Heaven forbid, if you don't know how to do sales, you jump into sales, then you might have a problem, right? So what you could do is maybe what you do increases customer retention, or maybe what you do optimizes operational resources. Okay, basically identify the ways your work directly impacts the bottom line. The more profit connected your role looks, the more indispensable you become. And last but not least, this is Ren Water. 2025 is your hurting officer producing indirect wealth. Same like Gui Water, this is six suns. This is output producing wealth. For Gui Water is six sun sang choi. Okay, so hurting officer producing indirect wealth. The more you talk, the more money you make. Okay, so you're gonna talk, not talk, right? Okay, so jokes aside, let's get serious. Okay, hurting officer producing indirect wealth is about turning your ideas, creativity into cash, and this hurting officer is usually short term by nature. So hurting officer is very much marketing and advertising efforts. Okay, so we want you to be leveraging and maximizing on your marketing. Okay, and the better you articulate your message, the better you understand your customer avatar, the more profitable 2025 will become. Okay, so go ahead and lean into the practice of perfecting your customer avatar. Is there a negative to this? Everything has a negative, guys. That's what the yin and yang is about. Everything has a positive and a negative. Okay, hurting officer is talk, right? So the risk here is that there is a chance that it gets kind of loud. Okay, so but here's the thing: it's our choice, you know. Don't blame the stars, yeah. It's our choice. In a hurting officer year, we can either use this energy to uplift, to inspire, to motivate, or we can use the same energy, the same mouth, the same talking, to push people down, to make people feel bad. It's our choice. Okay. Um, but serious talk, real talk, okay, hurting officer on indirect wealth can also lead you or tempt you into over promising. Okay, so what I want you to be aware is that when you're promising someone, be sure to be realistic about your deadlines. Okay, so for business owners, the keyword for 2025 is new customer behavior. Think shifting cultural trends or movements like DEI. Okay, so pay attention to the new trends, what's emerging, what is changing, and as you know, in period 9, trends change really, really fast. Like for 2 weeks, everybody's crazy about the Apatu song, and then after that, everybody's kind of like, okay, we're moving on. Okay, so adapt your products or services to align with these shifts. Use your creativity to connect with your audience on a deeper level. That would be great. For career professionals, very simple. Hurting officer sitting on indirect wealth is charismatic and sexy. Makes you eloquent, persuasive, and creative. So if you are not eloquent, persuasive, and creative, now is the time to improve your communication skills. Okay. All right. So that's it for the 10-day masters. This is an easy one, but I just want to do a little bit on the Fuyin and Fanyin because people have been asking about it. Okay, so If that's a full yin, means this is 2025, you have the wood snake, and in your natal chart, you also have the wood snake. So let's start with the traditional interpretation. In the traditional interpretation of Fu Yin, it always talks about a warning of grief. Okay. Before you go there, what a Fu Yin year means is that things happen in this year that makes you self-reflect, that makes you think about what you want out of life. Is this the type of life you want to lead and all that? So with this type of introspective energy, this type of introspection, sometimes our emotions can possibly get stirred up. So this is what the fuyin means. But if the wood snake is elsewhere, it's not your day master, and it's elsewhere in the chart, then we need to look at the 10 gods to know what is being amplified. Okay. And next, of course, we have Fu Yin, so we must have Fan Yin. Okay. So every single year, there will always be two animal signs that will be in Fan Yin, which is heaven and earth clashing. Okay. So we're gonna talk about this one first, the earth pig, the Ji Hai, earth pig. Okay. So in this case, this is the Fan Yin. If Fan Yin this way from the Yi to the Ji, and this one clashing this way. Okay. So if you have the Jihai in your chart, be open to new circumstances that may come in, shake things up for you, make you question your beliefs a little bit. But these are new circumstances. Be open to it. It's less painful to be open to it, honestly. Okay, no need to protect yourself. Okay, no need. Okay, so if the Jihai is the day pillar, then it would likely attack your personal beliefs. If the jihad is in the year, month, or hour, then we need to see what is being impacted through the lens of the day master. Next, the most powerful pillar of 2025, the metal pig, the Xin Hai. Okay, so with the Xin Hai, this is an outward fan yin. Okay, the Xin metal, um, attacking the Yi Wood, the Hai, the Ren Water attacking the Beng. Okay, so it's an outward fan yin. Okay, so which means that in 2025, the Xin Hai sees new opportunities out there that it is willing to go out and hack. This metal pick is the game changer of the year. So if the Sinhai is your day pillar, then you see new opportunities that make you want to go out there and attack. If it's in the year, month, or hour, then we have to look at the day master to know what is attacking what. Okay. So now, last but not least, this is a simplified version of the 2025 flying stars. Okay, this is like literally not even kindergarten. This is like daycare level. Okay. So for those who are more advanced, please go ahead and join the more advanced sharing. This is for newbies. Okay. So I'm gonna start by sharing the effect of these stars. So we're gonna start with the 9 in the east, of course, right? This is generally good for intelligence. It represents the blossoming of intelligence, because 9 in the east is 木火通明. It's like suddenly I have this enlightenment, or I get this understanding of something that I've been wondering about for the longest time. I will come to the three killings, don't worry. Okay. And in the southeast, this southeast is great for collecting information, because one is wisdom, and the southeast palace by itself is a palace of self improvement. Okay, so this is a good way to this is a good sector for collecting information. Okay, is the Grand Duke. There's a Grand Duke in the southeast, and also there are three killings. Yes, we'll come back to it. Okay, so um, let's move on to the south first, and then we'll come back to all these other negative stuff. So south in the with the 6 in the south, all right. This is the palace of disruption. It's pretty great for those who wants to, uh, if life has always been boring. Okay, you want to change things up a little bit. You want to disrupt the status quo. This kind of setup is great for it. The southwest would be everybody's favorite. Okay, southwest is with the star 8, has got the all these dollar signs. Okay, so cash flow, wealth building. This is the best to activate. So one of the best in the year is remember the moon star in the monkey. Okay, so this one is in the southwest. So triggering the moon star would basically be number one, enhancing your entrepreneurial ideas. Number two, gives you clarity. Something we need. Okay, clarity. While we're all busy, at least we understand why we're busy. And number three, it triggers the 8, which means that it enhances transactions. So this is absolutely perfect for business owners. For career professionals, it's a question mark. I usually would ask my clients a lot of questions, especially my career professional clients. I usually will ask them a lot of questions before I trigger the 8 for them, because for career professionals, here's my logic. Okay. Whether you work 4 hours a day or whether you work 8 hours a day, you get paid the same. Okay. So why do we trigger a star that will make you work 14 hours a day and still get the same pay? Okay, so that's why, hence the question mark. Okay, so next, west is the sector if you want to be eloquent. Okay, 7 meeting 4 is a class act. Okay, so it's great for eloquence. 3 has the year breaker, the northwest, and 3 in the northwest is about improving systems. Okay, if this is good for self discipline, for self transformation through discipline. Okay, and then the north will be has got the star 7. I know, robbery star. Okay, can it cause some wealth leak? Maybe, but 7 is a networking star. 7 in the north is an opportunity to network with people from far away. For example, other countries or other cultures, those type of stuff. Okay, and 7 has got the dragon virtue. The dragon virtue, to explain, is the star that we usually like to trick. It's the go-to star when a client has run into certain problems, because it's the ultimate problem solving star. Okay, so usually if someone has accidentally activated the 5 yellow, for example, the 3 killings, the answer actually is the dragon virtue. Okay, so now, before I get to the 5, I want to talk about the 3 killings and the Grand Duke and the Year Breaker as well, all together. Okay, here's the thing. All these negative stars, the 5, the 3 killings, the Grand Duke, the Year Breaker, all of them are only triggered with through a few activities, or in two possible scenarios. Number one, they are only triggered if in that sector you already have negative landforms. And by negative landforms, we are talking about dead trees, pylons, sharp edge of a roof, a big satellite pole, or a big telecommunications pole, or a very messy um, electrical pole in that sector. Okay, so that is potential for a trigger. That's number one. Number two, this is self-triggered, which means that you trigger it by unnecessarily digging the ground in that area, drilling, hacking, doing renovations in that area. Okay, so now, if you don't do all that, if you don't drill, hack, dig, renovate, okay, the 5 or the 3 killings will not activate. The negative effects will not activate. It's okay for ordinary use. Honestly, you just use it as per usual, no problem. It's just in the act of breaking the wall or digging into the ground that triggers these negative stars. So, to protect yourself from it, then all you have to do is nothing. But nothing. Don't drill, don't hack, don't dig, don't renovate. Okay. So Same now, and then a lot of people will be thinking, but 9 is auspicious one. What about tree killings? Okay, listen. No drilling, no hacking, no digging, no renovation. Okay, you can still do activations in the east to trigger the 9, or in the 1, in the southeast to trigger the 1. But my advice to you is get the date selection done by your regular feng shui consultant. Okay, don't simply half-ass it. Okay, so yeah, we can still do activations during the tree killings. It's just that we need to make sure that the date is supportive of that activity. Okay, so what about the 5? Remember, the tiger has the fortune virtue. So this means that a tiger is in the northeast, yeah. So this means that in 2025, this fortune virtue cannot be activated, can only be triggered by human action. Means what I do. Okay. So why is the 5 so feared? Because like Squid Game, it causes reboots. You need to rebuild 东山再起. Okay, like for example, business owners who have to go through bankruptcy and then build their business back again, but they come back double. Their wealth doubles, but that process of building back is it's not pleasant, and it's painful, and we don't need to go through that. Why bother? Why should we, right? So if your front door is in the northeast, then I would suggest putting in the door softener, the bar that makes sure the door doesn't bang shut or slam shut. Okay. Number 2, as a preventive measure, most practitioners would recommend to put metal in the northeast. This is as a just in case, right? Like most of us live in apartments. Okay. So in case upstairs or downstairs who doesn't know anything about the 5 decide to go okay, so we just want the metal there as a preventive measure. Okay, so other than that, also same goes for the year breaker and the Grand Duke. Okay, they will not. It's okay. I'm going to repeat this one last time. It's okay for daily use, ordinary use. Don't come and tell me what if my bedroom is in the northeast. Unless you tell me your nightly activities are so acrobatic, there's not that you can still use it for ordinary use. And please, if you're gonna put metal, don't put it under your bed. Tell first. Okay, put it under a cupboard or something. Don't put it under the bed. Okay. And same for Grand Duke and Year Breaker, as long as you don't trigger it with drilling, hacking, digging, renovation. Otherwise, it's perfectly fine to use. Okay. So the best area for activation in 2025, hands down, would be the southwest with the moon. Okay. So this would be the most I think a lot of people will be doing activations in the southwest in 2025. Okay, that's it. Okay. Wow, without knowing, I talked for quite long already. Okay. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed this sharing. I know it's fairly simple, but this is for beginners. It's aimed for beginners. And with that, this will be my last video before Chinese New Year. So let me take this opportunity, guys, to wish you 恭喜發財, or as we say in Malaysia, heng ah. Okay, all right. So I hope you guys have a great time this Chinese New Year. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, bye.